1 love.
So first point goes the way of Szocs. The reason I brought up that youth smash for Hana Goda-Fraser is that she, well, by her own standards, has been a bit disappointed with a round of 16 exit in their under-19 event there in Malmo. She went out against Qin Yuzhen of China, which is no disgrace given how good she was in the latter stages. But if you look at Hana's senior performance in the senior event there in Sweden, well, she was drawn against Suning Shah in the round of 64, so that was that pretty much for her. Went down 3-1, played well against her. In Yokohama, Hana went down in straight games against another Chinese player, She Junyao, who's been in great form recently. So you might argue that we haven't had a chance to really see the very best of her.
Oh, I wouldn't argue that personally. I think we've seen her at her best.
Because, I mean, in those draws, they didn't give her a chance to progress too easily.
She'll use the youth events as match practice. She's well above and beyond playing youth events, and it's a strange format anyway that kind of sometimes gives some strange results. We saw Wenru Bo, despite nearly beating Calderano, losing early in the juniors, so you got to take that with a pinch of salt. She took Suning Shah to 5 games at the US Smash. She nearly beat Chen Meng at the Champions Chongqing, as you already touched upon, and even, you know, well, especially that win against Tong Tong in Montpellier.
I think we know her potential. Just in the more immediate recent past, I think that's the thing. She might feel a little frustrated. She hasn't had a chance to go deeper in some of these events.
I think... Oh, nice finding backhand from her here. Oh, and nice timing from Szocs. I think we've seen Goda at her best, but I don't think she's had much to show for it.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Quality of the opponent and circumstances. But you're right. She looks as if she's still improving and growing as a player physically, and also in terms of what she achieves. You saw that fanning backhand, and we've seen another example there. And this is another thing we always see from her. Talks to herself, very excitable in terms of every point brings a reaction. In contrast, you're going to see a more serene approach from Bernadette Szocs.
Yeah. And that's interesting, because normally she's a bit of a hothead herself. Oh, misses her serve there. There you go.
Oh, there's some frustration off that tomahawk.
We've seen a lovely punch there from Hana Goda. We've seen some sass from Szocs, even against the top Chinese, and of course she's had great success against them, beating Chen Meng on 2 occasions.
Yeah.
Incredible. Both of these two right up there on the list of foreign threats.
Hana building that one really again on those punched or flicked backhands. Serve her so well, don't they? She gets the bracket up in front of her really well.
Yeah, she does, John. She keeps the bat high, and that's how she's able to get the consistency. She doesn't waste much time between strokes. And she gauges the distance that she needs to be from the table quite well. And as you said, that punch with that cyber-shaped racket, very, very effective at deadening the ball.
No, she's just having a little chat with herself there, jumping a little bit inaccurately in terms of what she was attempting to do to receive that with the forehand. Didn't stop her going for it again, though, and there's the reaction. She's loud, she's fun.
She's great. Absolutely love watching Goda play. You just can't take your eyes off her. You can feel the tension of the match through her.
She lives every point, doesn't she?
She does. Long serve.
Oh, wow.
The perfect sequence to stretch Szocs ASAP there. Came across the ball a little bit with the backhand as well to create side spin. Watch that. Kicked out.
Took her by surprise there. Szocs just went for it and it wasn't there. But that's a really good comeback by the Romanian. Punching away back into the point.
When I had a little chat with Goda yesterday, I asked her, what do you think's so good about Szocs? She said she's smart. She's a very, very smart player, Bernie. And look, she knows exactly how to find that wiggle room, not even necessarily with an attack. Lovely tomahawk serve.
This is really fun to watch. Just talking to a couple of people around the sport who know Bernadette Szocs, she had said literally, she had a couple of tricks up her sleeve. She had something that the likes of Hana Goda, even though they've met, you know, a couple of times before, hasn't seen yet. And I think we might have just seen off the serve especially. She's got a couple of new weapons here.
Yeah.
But there's not much you can do there. If that sits up and asks to be hit, and hit it was by Hana Goda to earn herself a game point.
Pendulum with some topspin on it. Szocs couldn't quite read it well enough.
Oh, brilliantly done.
I don't know if the fanning backhand attempts are a good thing or a bad thing here, John. Is she wanting to play one too many backhands? Is she trying to cover the table too much with the backhand?
That's a good point. It was awkward, wasn't it?
She's had a very good success rate with the fanning backhand in this game, but the last couple have gone astray.
Oh, there she is again, and she gets a break. She's playing it everywhere.
This is tantalising.
And it wins her. At the end of the day, she'll say, yeah, okay, I'll keep on doing that. Wherever I am. Wide forehand, I'll get that backhand out.
Goda using all of her tricks.
Game point again. So much movement on that serve. Look at that celebration.
Szocs was simply stunned.
So, the wise older head of Bernadette Szocs, what would she have noted from that first game and decided she needs to work on?
I think she will have noted that Hana Goda is trying to rush her quite early on. Szocs knows that inside the table, in the touch play, in the short game, she is the stronger player. So I imagine, look, what a winner there from Goda.
Yeah.
Goodness me, I forgot what I was going to say there, John. Oh, yeah. I think that she'll try and bring Goda into the table initially.
Yeah.
I can't imagine we're going to see many long serves from Szocs. Here's that tomahawk serve again.
Yeah, it's been her go-to for pretty much all of this match so far. We've seen one where it misfired, but we've seen plenty that have been decent, though.
You would have seen it from Dmitry Ovcharov. If not for his withdrawal, you would have seen... Well, I wasn't commentating the futsal match, but he likes to play that serve too.
Yep.
Lots of side spin on it.
Yeah, he turned to it because he was up against Duda, wasn't he? And he was playing well. He is playing well at the moment. So Putsa had to go for anything he had in his locker. It's fascinating, this story. Of course, Szocs is a very experienced player. 4-time quarterfinalist at WTD Champions level. Twice here in the WTD Champions Macau, she's made it to the quarterfinals as well. So she knows her way around here. Now, in contrast to that, this is Goda's third appearance here in Macau, looking to win her first match. So she's had successive round of 32 exits. So not successive, it was 2022 and 2024.
I remember that match against Wang Yidi, one of her very first Champions appearances for Hana Goda, and she played very well despite losing that match. We knew then that she was going to be a star, and since, look at what she's done.
Regular winner, of course, at African Championship level.
There's that backhand again. How many have we seen?
She fans it into the net. So it's fascinating, isn't it? She adjusts from that fanning backhand to a more flicked, wristy thing, but the body is still in the same shape, the hands out in front.
She just has to be careful, because if Szocs can play it into the forehand, or quite wide backhand, Goda's going to be scrambling.
Yeah, again, that's a slightly awkward position, isn't it?
Szocs is very clever because she's sucking Goda into the rally. She's sucking her in, drawing her in. Even though Goda's playing some good quality shots, she's actually kind of passive right now. And that one was over-aggressive, so she needs to try and find the blend here, the Egyptian star. I think she's got to try and make it more of a forehand-orientated match for herself. Could she serve floatier into forehand? Could she serve in a way where Szocs can't flick power flick? Could she serve wider?
She needs, you feel, to have that aggressive edge to her game, to be at her very, very best. But Szocs has handcuffed her much of the time here.
Szocs is an incredibly spinny player.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Fraser. The setup and the execution.
A rainbow from the Pixie. Lovely backhand. Down that short side. The way that she plays the backhand a lot different to the top Asian players. More wristy. The elbow isn't as still. She genuinely creates a bit more spin with the backhand, and it's a bit shallower on the table.
And it's now 7 out of the last 9 points that have gone the way of the Romanian, looking to roar back into this one, trailing by a game to love against Goda. Well, that's just what the Egyptian needed, but it's still a 4-point cushion. Oh, wow.
9-6.
When she goes for it, it is breathtaking.
When you see a winner like that, it makes you realize you've got to be very careful where you invest and when you invest in the speed game.
Because she's got that. And we've seen ample evidence of that. Well, there's an opportunity.
There's a lot of blurred lines, even though it's important to be aggressive as an attacker, because you're trying to take the time away from your opponent ultimately. You might leave certain areas of the table exposed, and at this level, your opponent's more than capable of finding that.
She plays with no fear. That much we know already. And despite facing a handful of game points now, she's got herself back in touch, Hana Goda, and she won't stop. She'll keep going for it, won't she?
She will.
Reaction to Ismail, the coach.
Ooh.
Well done, Bernadette Szocs. She trades blows. She hangs in there. And she just holds up a little hand in acknowledgement then. Well, we've all had a chance to just calm down a little bit. This one feels like there's a lot of fun around the corner somewhere.
Yeah, this is a ticking time bomb. We've seen the paws out. Where are we going to see the claws out here? Especially from Szocs, because Goda is animated from the get-go. I feel like Szocs here has been guarded.
Yeah. She's played the sort of serene, wise
yeah.
role so far, but we know that underneath that, there's a volcano, isn't there? Underneath that tranquil, placid exterior. Well, one great get by Hana Goda. She can't make the second. Just wondering, we've seen her for the last few years now, a couple of years. Is Hana getting taller, bigger? She just looks as if she's still growing into her frame a little bit here, which will affect her game to an extent.
Yeah. She is quite a tall player. I mean, I asked her yesterday if she thinks she's still growing. She said, I'm not sure anymore. But what she did say is that it's very difficult, you know, while you're growing, to protect that crossover section. And you've got to realize how to get lower without it taking too much of a toll on your joints. You've seen that especially from Polkanova, Szocs' doubles partner, of course, Szocs getting a world silver. Incredible achievement from Doha with her.
Oh, yeah. Just, you know, we were talking earlier on about Bernie Szocs' demeanor. Just a couple of flashes already in this game there. There was a little slapped winner there. She's just beginning to get fired up a little bit now.
I want to see it.
3-4.
But she also knows that when you do play against Hana Goda, you have to maintain calm because you're up against a mercurial player.
Yeah.
You want her to make mistakes, don't you?
You want to try and draw the sting out of her. And Szocs is doing a very good job with respect to that right now. She's not giving Goda much to feed off emotionally.
Yeah, yeah, totally. She's very efficient, compact, organised, going about her business, picking up points, not getting involved in a haranguing match.
5-4.
Szocs back with the
4-6.
tomahawk, but that turned into a prolonged exchange, which she wins.
Into the crossover. Then wide, making it a guessing game for Goda. Goda wasn't confident trying to switch into the forehand of Szocs there.
That fanning return never loses its appeal, but it did not work again there. The point going against Hana Goda, who needs to be careful here not to let her opponent get away. Because it's now a 4-point game in this third, 8-4 to the Romanian.
I mean, Goda's getting into the rally. We're seeing a lot of long rallies in this third game, but yet her eyes are lighting up and she's missing. So for her, it's a question of composure, taming her excitedness in the rally. It's interesting, isn't it, psychologically, John? I mean, you've worked across many, many sports at high level. Sometimes you see players who want to win too badly.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got to find a way to win, because it's never going to be the way you want to win. And maybe going back to that conversation we had right at the start of this match, with Hana Goda, what's tantalizing about her is we've seen her potential. We've seen her really deliver on it at times. And in recent opportunities that have come her way, she's played well, but the draw, the quality of the opposition has meant that we haven't seen her go quite as deep in events as she can. Now it's going to be about results maybe more than anything else. She needs to just find a way of winning at times, and then of course the rest can come.
Yeah. I think she must feel like she's painfully close to a massive, massive breakthrough.
Yeah.
One even bigger than the Chen Shintong win at Montpellier.
Because she's got the quality, and we all know that, the talent, right?
Yeah. Undoubtedly so.
But remember, having spoken about who she's played against in recent times, if she was to come through, save these game points and win this one, it would be another encounter potentially with Sun Ying-sha, who takes on the wildcard Anna Hersey a little later on. And that's that. The game goes the way of Bernadette Szocs, who has now turned things around here. 2-1 she leads. First point goes her way. Can she find a way of disturbing the composure, maybe, of the Romanian, who has been really on top of things here in this match ever since she dropped that first game? There's a little show of frustration then from Bernadette, but she knows this can happen. Big, heavy net, one for herself, but it didn't work to her advantage. Stepping in again and Hana Goda recognizing what she needs to avoid. Of course, she's got a really interesting psychological makeup, studying psychology as she does at university level now. Whoa, we haven't seen that since the first game in this match. That brilliantly executed flick of the backhand into that vacant corner of the table. Szocs not even bothering to look after that one. She knew she was wrong-footed.
4-1.
And then it's 4-1 now. All of a sudden, as Hana Goda knows she must seize the moment, seize her opportunity. Again on the backhand, building what she needs behind that. It's been a notably more conservative approach. Fewer of the fanning backhands, more urgency, business-like attention to getting Szocs out of her comfort zone as quickly as she can. When she needed to, she adapted very well onto the forehand into the corner there. So this is just what the doctor ordered for Hana Goda. 6-1 up in a must-win game. And in the trade, Bernadette Szocs picks up an important point. Just held her pose really well. Great footwork from the Romanian there. And that's where she's been so sharp, Bernadette Szocs, drilled and efficient with those ground strokes. It's a 4-point game, though, still for Hana Goda. Quick glance up at what the equation is. Well, she could do with winning both of these serves. Szocs will know that. There's one. Oh, off the edge of the table.
7-5.
And she's within 2 now, Szocs, as a result of that.
Time out. 7-6.
It's just 1 point between them now, and Hana Goda's beginning to feel the heat on her back here of the breath as Bernadette Szocs, who's not going to go away.
6-8.
She needed that. She went for the attack first, and with a crashing forehand, yields the result she wants to make it a 3-point lead now. But again, that fanning backhand, unable to find the table. But she has the ball in hand, and she has the opportunity now to take this one into a decider. Brilliant. The direction there with absolutely no giveaway from Bernadette Szocs. Just catching the Egyptian cold. She's been at her best when she's uncorked, unleashed that forehand to the deep corner, to the forehand of Szocs there. So hard for her to get across to that. There's a power and there's a dynamism to the play of Hana Goda. And off the back of that, she earns herself a chance to get to a decider. 2 game points now for the Egyptian. But Szocs has got such a great game following up that tomahawk serve. She took the initiative, she took the attack to Goda. Some brilliant retrieval then. Brilliant defense from the Romanian. Levels it up at 10-all. That's how you hang in there. There was some real heat coming at her from Hana Goda. Now you feel all of the pressure is on the 17-year-old. Oh, brilliant from Bernadette Szocs. That's how you survive. That's how you hang in there. That's how you earn a match point. Goda gave it all she had. The crowd oohing and ahhing, and eventually it just came down to survival for Szocs, who, calm as you like, strolled away from the points with a smile on her face as she knows she's on the brink. But she misses. Oh, and the reaction there tells you the story. A lifeline for Hana Goda. She'll know it was there for hitting. She'll feel that it was the right decision. But maybe adrenaline got the better of her. 11-all. Survived and survived, but eventually is left stamping the feet.
Timeout.
And a timeout called at match point. That was the game plan, as discussed in the timeout, executed to perfection by Bernadette Szocs, who continues her 100% record against Hana Goda.